They have been gorging themselves on salmon all week, and today we are another step closer to crowning a winner of Fat Bear Week. At Alaska's Katmai National Park, brown bears have no idea that we have been judging them as long and hard for their normal thing. You know,
they're chubby. I mean, they're very chubby.
Yeah, they need to eat.
But not judging.
They're preparing. Here's a look at the brackets as of this morning. Reigning champ 128 Grazer is working hard to defend her crown in what would be a three-peat win for that fierce mama bear. Joining us now is Sarah Bruce, park ranger at Katmai National Park and Reserve. Thank you for being here. You are pretty familiar with these bears, right? I mean, how close do you get, and how do you know them, and what can you tell us about the reigning champ?
Yeah, so out in Brooks Camp, it's a remote place in Alaska, and we have viewing platforms, so you're up above where the bears are for the most part, but you can get pretty close to these bears. We ask that you don't approach a bear within 50 yards, but bears kind of have a mind of their own, so if you see one, just try to back away. They're pretty habituated to humans, but they're still wild brown bears. Yeah, so 128, nicknamed Grazer, she is a really fierce sow. Whenever she has cubs around, she defends them pretty crazily. People have dubbed it getting grazered if she is if you go into a little tussle with her. Not you, but, another brown bear. So, yeah, she's a pretty fierce force to be reckoned with.
So wait, I just want to double check that we're talking about the same bear, because I'm rooting for what I knew as 128 Junior, because 128 Junior's mother has already won this contest. Is that 128 Grazer as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so 128 Grazer is the sow to 128 Junior. So 128 Junior won't get its own number until it's an independent subadult. And yeah, 128 Grazer.
So Nepo baby 128 Junior.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, just
this is the one circumstance I'm like, yay for nepotism.
Do you have an inside look at the voting? Do you get a sense if people are voting on things like the personality, or is this like a beauty pageant?
I think that some people, you can watch the explore.org cameras that are up at Brooks Camp all season long, from about June to mid-October. And so people do watch these bears and connect with the individuals. But we do, not everybody who's voting in Fat Bear Week watches as intently as some of our big fans do. So you can vote based off of their storyline, based off of their behaviors, or you can just take a look at the before and after photos, which one has gained the most weight, which one looks like it gained the most weight. So there's a couple of different ways to play.
I feel like personally judged. I'm like, can you imagine somebody sitting there like, oh, you're looking quite robust for the winter.
They're bears. They don't care. They're getting all the salmon that they can get their hands on.
For the bears, in many ways. Speaking of which, how is the bear population doing when you look across and when you look up from that vantage point?
Absolutely. So I will say a fat bear is a healthy bear. We're not judging them at all. We want them to be as fat as possible because fat bears are an indicator that the ecosystem is healthy. So if they have enough salmon to eat, they can get really fat. Salmon are really vulnerable to changes in their environment. So if there's a strong salmon run like we've had this year, then we'll continue to have fat bears. And across the board, Katmai National Park is 4.2 million acres with an estimated 2,200 brown bears within its borders. So the population is looking really healthy. Out of the 8 species of bear on the planet, brown bears are not endangered. But their biggest threats are conditions to the changing environment for salmon. So warming oceans and such like that.
We're changing the name to Healthy Bear Week.
There you go.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Healthy Bear Celebration. So great to meet you, Sarah.
We appreciate it.